After our adventure in Homer, we headed north to Fairbanks. We decided to camp one night out of the town in the wild. Maria made some good food with rice and chicken. Our next adventure was to hike the Chena Dome Trail. The weather next day was sunny and warm. Our friends Glenn and Jeri decided to stay with us for one more adventure and agreed to hike to the first summit. A new member of our expedition, Carson, flew from North Carolina specifically for this hike. After hiking for a few hours, we arrived at the summit with a beautiful view of the valley. We ate our snacks, and then it was time to say goodbye to Glenn and Jeri. The following day, they had planned to go to Denali National Park. Carson, Maria, and I continued on. The Chena Dome Trail is by far our favorite trail. We just love this place, and it was our fourth time coming back here. The first day flew by very quickly, and we found a spot to spend the night. The sun doesn't set this time of year, and day and night merge into one. However, this doesn't really matter when you're really tired from hiking. We started a new day with a cup of coffee and nutritious breakfast. We packed our stuff and continued on our path. In the mountains, the weather changes quickly, and it was windy when it was time to set up our camp. We had to use heavy rocks to reinforce the base of our tents to prevent them from flying away. The night was cold and restless, with the wind dying down only at 5 a.m. in the morning. The mornings on the trail became a routine. Our plan for the day was to reach a shelter and refill our water supply from the barrel collecting rainwater. At a shelter, we took a long break, cooked some lunch, and left a note in a travelogue. Later, in the afternoon, we passed a military plane that had crashed in 1950s. Eventually, we settled down in a valley for our last night in the mountains, had dinner, and quickly faded away. outside. Well, not anymore, but still drizzling just a little bit. So we are preparing breakfast right here. I took the inner part of this tent out and only the shelter remained. So it's good for 2 people, even though when it is fully deployed it sleeps only 1. But the dome, or the shelter rather, the rainfly, if you want to call it that, can accommodate 2 people comfortably out of the elements. It's pretty cool. While climbing one of the many hills, we met a group of hikers. It's always a good feeling to meet other humans in such a remote trail. With every passing hour, the weather became rainy and foggy, and the tundra turned grim and mystical. Meanwhile, the rocks became more slippery with rain, and we were forced to pay attention to our steps more than our surroundings. We became cold and wet, and in such conditions, the last few miles are always the hardest ones. Despite all the hardship, Chena Dome will remain for us a place to which we will return again and again.
After Chena Dome Trail, we came to the camping spot close to the river. Solar panel, Starlink.
After an intense hike, we needed a good rest, so we set up a camp in a beautiful spot by the river. We dried our clothes and refilled our water supplies. This is a MSR filter, high throughput. So I have just filled half of the 20-liter jerry can in under 10 minutes. It would be nice if it was electric, but as you know, we cannot rely on electricity. So here we are. Exhausted but happy, we spend the evening in the tent, listening to the raindrops. Maria, what are we making today? She's very happy that I'm filming her when she's making her food. After breakfast, we set off towards the next part of our adventure, a drive on Dalton Highway in the north of Alaska.